Hi Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Oh God, have I got the right deck? Okay, this is what I need. Looking at the wrong deck to use. Okay, so I'm doing your second bonus reading. This is the how does he, she feel about me reading. Sorry, I have my plan here for the reading and how it's done. Been doing this on the for the other signs. So what we're doing, Rider-Waite tarot deck, okay, that I'm using for this particular reading, and as a clarifier I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite miniature pocket deck, okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to, and I usually also use these for private readings as well, so what we're going to do, the first things first, is to, yeah, that's fine, okay. And I just need to make sure that we've got an even distribution of reversals in there as well, because I would just, if it wasn't reversed at all, I would half the pack and reverse them and then put them in together. Okay, so how this works is what we're looking for. This is a relationship spread. So if there's somebody that you're interested in, Aries, if there's somebody in your life and you want to find out, you've already got your expanded Celtic Cross love spread. And let's see if we can, if anything matches up with that in this reading, okay? So what we're looking at is the person's attributes. So Universe Spirit, this is a relationship spread for Aries. So this is about how that special person feels about Aries. It could be somebody that's in Aries' life or somebody that they like, potentially. Or even somebody that they're not with at the moment, but they're still feeling emotions for. I want to see who this person is. I want to see who the person, what the person's attributes are. What are the person's flaws? Show me the person's inner thoughts about Aries. Show me Aries' inner thoughts about the person. Show me the strengths or the potential strengths for the relationship. Show me the weaknesses of this relationship. Show me the potential for a healthy relationship. Show me what the final analysis is of this relationship. I'm going to see what the potential roadblocks are of this relationship, okay? So Universe Spirit, just show me this reading for Aries, show me. So what we're going to do, we're going to split the deck into three, like so. Okay? We're going to collect this back up, like so. And what we're going to do now, we're going to place the first card to show who this person is. We're going to see what the person's attributes are with this card top here. And we're going to have a look at the person's flaws. Alright, let's just push this aside a little bit more here. So we've got a little bit of space. Well, more space. Let's have a look at the next card being the person's inner thoughts for you. What are your inner thoughts for this person, Aries? We want to have a look at the strengths. The strengths in the relationship or the possible strengths of the relationship. We want to have a look at the potential for a healthy relationship. Sorry, the weakness in the relationship, card number 7. And card number 8, the potential for a healthy relationship here. What I want to see then is the final analysis of where this relationship could potentially be heading. And the potential roadblocks or the potential obstacles that you guys could face. Alright? So these are the cards laid out here, and as I say, I'll get clarifiers if there are areas that we need to expand on a little bit more. Alright, so what we want to have a look at then is the person. Right, so they're the Two of Pentacles reversed. I think, and this happened for another one of the signs that I read for today in a general reading. Who was it now that I read for? It may have been Pisces, I think. That was the last one of this type of reading I did today. So I've been focusing on all the Celtic Cross love readings. So the person that you're thinking of is juggling a lot of things at the moment. This is the person, whether this is your partner or the person that you're interested in. They might have come to a point of stagnation where they just can't make a decision either way with that Two of Pentacles in the reverse. But the Two of Pentacles in the reverse means that you're just dealing with too many things. And it might be that this person is dealing with a hell of a lot of responsibilities and just too many things at the moment, Aries, okay? This person's attributes are the 10 of Wands. So in the reverse, which is good. So this person doesn't carry around stress, or they try not to. I mean, despite the fact that they're managing many things at the moment, the attributes with the Ten of Wands are that you are finding a way to release strength, or, the Ten of Wands. So you're not pushing against things. What you're finding a way to do is to release any type of negative energy, and that can come through doing anything in any which way with this Ten of Wands in the reverse, because this is all about releasing those wands, releasing the stress, letting it go. So this person might be into meditation, for example. Their attributes are they will always find a way around a very stressful situation. And I think that with them showing us the Two of Pentacles, this is their significator. The partner is showing us, or the person that you're interested in at the moment is showing us just dealing with a lot of pressure. They've got a lot of pressure here, but the good thing is their attributes are that they'll find a way to deal with that. Because even though the Two of Pentacles in the reverse is about dealing with a lot of responsibility, having a lot of things to deal with, it's a lot of pressure when you get the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. You're not handling it sometimes very well. Their attributes are that they'll find a way to handle it, because their attributes are showing us the Ten of Wands in the reverse. And also they do have, with this Ten of Wands in the reverse, a capacity to handle a lot of stuff and to find a way to manage it, because the Ten of Wands in the upright means that you're dealing with some huge responsibilities, and sometimes you're trying to do everything all at the same time, and it's very burdensome and it's very tiring. But when this is in the reverse, the Ten of Wands is about management and learning how to manage all of those responsibilities so that you make things work for you in a very sort of proactive and positive way. So I think this person's very organised as an individual, I would say, with the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Their attributes that seem to be organisation. They seem to be that they find a way to deal with difficult situations. They find a way around that. They're very good at planning, I feel, with this Ten of Wands in the reverse. And they're not willing to allow, even if they are dealing here with huge obstacles and lots of, lots of things that they're dealing with that Two of Pentacles reverse. I think with this, the reading's trying to tell us that their attributes are that they're very good at kind of, it might even be delegating stuff with this Ten of Wands reverse. They always find a way to release whatever it is that's kind of holding them back, or whatever it is that's putting some burdens on them. They'll find a way to release that with the Ten of Wands. So it's a good attribute for them to have. What is this person's flaws? Well, the Three of Swords in the reverse is their flaws. That's interesting. Because the Three of Swords in the reverse is all about, again, it's release. You've got two, their attributes are releasing here and their flaws are releasing here. But they're two different types of release, because the Three of Swords in the reverse is all about surrendering to something here. And the Three of Swords reverse is all about releasing hurt and pain. That's what the Three of Swords is. But as a flaw, that's interesting. They don't seem to be holding on to anything here with this Three of Swords, and I don't really know how to explain this as a flaw. And I don't really want to explain it in terms of love, because I just wanted to have a look at what the attributes were for this person and what the flaws were for this person with the Three of Swords energy. The attributes are pretty good because they release, so this is a positive thing with that Ten of Wands being in the reverse. But this is a positive card, I feel, with the Three of Swords in the reverse, Aries. But it seems to be that their flaws, the negative attributes, this is positive attributes, and the negative attributes is the Three of Swords in the reverse. Three of Swords in the reverse, I mean, for me, I've always just looked at this card as being when you're surrendering something here with this Three of Swords here. Okay, I'm going to get some information on that, actually. I'm going to see why. Why is the Three of Swords in the reverse their flaws? Why is this person's flaws the Three of Swords in the reverse in two cards? Show me. Right, because the Fool and the Hierophant. This person doesn't seem to want to be. I mean, the Three of Swords in the reverse is all about letting go and surrendering, and this is their flaws. But there's something in that card that they're letting go and they're surrendering, and it's because of the Fool. And the Fool energy is turning. Whenever I see this card, the Fool, if you look at the Fool, Aries, and you see the Fool, how it turns its back, can you see how the flower that the Fool holds? Well, the flower that the Fool holds has got its back and the flower to the Hierophant, so it's almost like see you later, bye. Can you see that? How the Fool doesn't care about the Hierophant. So this person doesn't really care about rules and regulations, okay, which is why this Three is reversed, which is interesting. It might be that they're slightly careless, for example, with this Three of Swords. Before I drew this card, I was thinking about carelessness, which suddenly the word popped out, carelessness with the Three of Swords. Because even though this card means that you're surrendering to something here, you're letting go of difficulty or difficult communication, it could be that their flaws are that they are ready to abandon something very easily, or they find it very easily to abandon a certain area in terms of your relationship. And I think that this Fool card is saying, as a clarifier, that this person abandons anything that is structured with the Hierophant energy, anything that's too organised. Even though this person, their flaws are, they don't seem to hold on to pressure too much here. Even though they look like at the moment, this person you guys are interested in, Aries, they look like they're tackling. They've got some form of pressures going on here with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. They might be kind of trying to juggle too much within their life. Their attributes are that they can cope with it because they're not the Ten of Wands. They're not trying to push against anything here. They're just, their flaws are they find a very easy way to let go of pressure, and I think they're very good at that. But it could be their flaws are that if they find it easy to let go of some form of pressure, it could be their flaws are that they tend to abandon a situation very easily. So it might be with the Three of Swords in the reverse, they don't grieve for long enough. Alright, they don't show the grieving for long enough. They tend to surrender to whatever this is very easily. Almost like they don't care. And we can see here why that is. Because this person is the Fool. And whenever you get the Fool turning its back on another card, it says, I don't give a fuck. So if you get the Fool turning its back on the Ace of Cups, it's like, see you later, I haven't got time for love at the minute. I'm not committed at the moment. I want to do my own thing. Because the Fool means to be free. It means to be free. So they're free. Their flaws are they don't want to be held back. You know, they don't want to be committed to anything. Because the Fool is free of a commitment here. The Hierophant is rules, regulations, structures, dogma, conventionality. And this person's a little bit of a maverick. They don't want to be tied to anything that's too structured. And it could be with you, Aries. It could be that this person, their flaws are that they seem to abandon anything in terms of maybe with this Three of Swords. Three of Swords in the upright is about having to make head or heart decisions. It means that you stay in the pain when you're the Three of Swords. And it might be if it was a flaw that this person found it very difficult to let go. Okay, Three of Swords energy being their flaw. Alright, always having to find decisions, because this is a decision card, the Three of Swords. It's ruled by Libra. So it's head and heart decisions stuck in that. But it's almost like this person is like, bye, I can make a decision very, very easily. And that's because I don't want to be stuck in any type of structured organisation or any type of structured relationship. This person, I feel, is the type of, and this is why they're, this is why for this person, Aries, their attributes, their positive attributes are that they're very good at not allowing burdens to overcome them, because they'll just find a way to get out of it. Their Ten of Wands in the reverse is their attributes, so they find it very easy to get rid of any type of burdens that they're, this person carrying some shit here. They're carrying some form of a load, and it's a little bit of a weight here, okay, with this Two of Pentacles showing as them in the reverse. But their attributes are they find it very easily to offload, and it could be as a flaw that if they find it very easily to offload burdens, it might be that therefore with the Three of Wands is, sorry, with the Three of Swords is that this is a very easy thing for them to let go of. They feel very little pain, I feel, with this Three of Swords in the reverse. They don't, their flaws are, it's almost like they're very, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's almost like with this person, they're not particularly emotionally driven, I think, as a flaw with this Three of Swords in the reverse. Because remember, the Three of Swords is an air sign energy. And usually in the upright, it means pain, and it means disappointment, and it means regret, and it means depression, and it means severance. Their flaws might be that they find it very easily to detach from emotion with that Three of Swords in the reverse. It might be that they find it very easy just to let go of stuff within a heartbeat, because this person doesn't want to be with that Fool energy. They don't want to be chained to dogma and conventionality or commitments or marriages. They like to be free. They like to be on the open road. So I think their flaws are they're not particularly attached to anything that they feel might hold them down. Hence, their attributes are they want release. They don't like to be held back, and their flaws are they will find it. Their attributes are they will find it very, very easy to let go of anything that's too bothersome with that Two of Pentacles in the reverse showing as them. They're dealing with a load, but their attributes are they'll find it very, very easy to let go of whatever it is that's burdening them here with the Two of Pentacles reverse. The problem is, as a flaw, they'll abandon this thing with this Three of Swords. Emotionally wise, they have no affiliation. They don't even feel the pain. The Three of Swords in the reverse, they let go of pain very easily. And that's because they can just abandon whatever it is. Remember, the Hierophant can also be somewhat of a burden, especially if you've grown up with in a conventional family, with a conventional type of thinking, for example. with this Hierophant energy. This person doesn't want to be affiliated or or attached to any type of conventional organisation or a conventional lifestyle at all, including commitment, and that might be the person's flaws showing here. What are this person's inner thoughts about you at the moment, Aries? Well, their thoughts about you are the Knight of Cups in the reverse, so this is a funny thing. The Knight of Cups in the reverse is somebody that's not interested in offering love, or somebody who has an agenda for offering love, or somebody who lets people down, or somebody who's not consistent, or somebody who breaks promises. And it might be their inner thoughts about you are that you are such a person, Aries, and I don't know why. That's really weird. Because I would have thought that this was somebody, that this would be what you thought about this individual, but this is what they think about you. They might think that you're not particularly romantic with that Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Knight of Cups in the reverse, as I think about the Knight of Cups, is also a fantasist. So this person is very much in love with the idea of being in love when he's in the upright. But in the reverse, he can just abandon people just at the drop of a hat, which is interesting. Okay, so if we were to take the line that maybe this Knight of Cups in the upright is somebody who is a fantasist, they're a daydreamer, they're very romantic, it might be in the reverse. Maybe this person doesn't see you as particularly romantic. Maybe they see you as far too pragmatic rather than romantic, Aries. Alright, and that's interesting that they see you as that. How do you see them? Well, you see them as the star. Your inner thoughts about them are the star. Now, it's either that you feel or you think that they are the star, so you've put them on some form of a pedestal here, because that's what the star is. For some of you guys, your inner thoughts about them might be that you've got them on a pedestal, as I've said. You think they're beautiful as the star. They stand out to you as the star. It also might be that you feel that this person's out of reach, because the star card can mean that somebody is out of reach. So they're not in reach, they're away from you, especially if you get it with the moon. Somebody's out of reach to you, so it could be that as well. What is the strength in the relationship between you and this individual? Wow, the Six of Pentacles, and the fucking, sorry, I keep swearing, I do apologise. So weird, because this came up for Pisces this morning. And I shuffled the cards really, really well, so that's very odd. Six of Pentacles is the strength, and I think the strength is, if this person sees you as the Knight of Cups, you're not kind of up their ass for love, so you're not, I don't know whether they see you as not being a particular romantic. It might be that with the Knight of Cups in the reverse. They see you as, their inner thoughts about you are the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So the Knight of Cups in the reverse is somebody who's not particularly invested in romance, or there's a lack of interest romantically. So their inner thoughts might be that you lack interest in them on some plane. But what they don't know about you is that you're thinking that they're the star. It could be that they think that you are lacking interest in terms of love, or you're not very demonstrative, maybe with this Knight of Cups in the reverse. Because your thoughts about them is that they're out of reach. So maybe you feel that this person's out of reach, and they feel that, so it might be cross wires going on here. That if they think that you're not particularly demonstrative with this Knight of Cups energy, their inner thoughts about you, Aries, are that you're not particularly demonstrative with the Knight of Cups reverse, and yet your feelings for them might be with the star energy. Your inner thoughts with them being the star is that they're out of reach with the star energy showing here. Could be a case of cross wires, because what we're seeing is, in a way, two different spectrums in terms of how people are relating to each other in this reading. And it's showing us the strengths in your relationship. Six of Pentacles in the reverse is often where there's no investment. You get the Hierophant in the Six of Pentacles, it's a commitment, but there's no investment in that commitment at all. It's not even one-sided, there's just no commitment. Some people would explain the Six of Pentacles in the reverse about being one-sided. I think if your inner thoughts, Aries, are that you've put this person on a pedestal. So your inner thoughts about this person is that they are the ish, they are the star. They do stand out, they are beautiful, they are this, they are that. And this person doesn't see you as particularly demonstrative or romantic. It might be that it's one-sided. It might be that you think more of this person than they think of you, potentially. But if you're both feeling that each other in some capacity, which both cards could mean, one in the reverse, one in the upright, that somebody is really out of reach, okay, and they're kind of a little bit unattainable, it might be that the strengths are with this Six of Pentacles, that you're not really in each other's pockets. There's no codependency going on here. Let's have a look at the weaknesses in this relationship. Well, we've got the Emperor in the reverse. So there's no structure to this relationship. It's a weak foundation, I think, which is the weakness in your relationship going on here with this Emperor. And actually, the Emperor in the reverse is you, Aries. So this is your major card. So it could be the weakness is also you. You're not very good at setting boundaries here. You know, it might be that they see you as not particularly romantic because you see them as somebody who's unreachable or untenable in terms of the relationship, and that might be why there's a little bit of a crisis of confidence, especially if this is you, Aries. There may be a crisis of confidence going on with that Emperor in the reverse, that the weakness is you kind of putting your foot down and saying, look, this is what I want, especially if the strengths in the relationship wouldn't be one-sided. It would be that the both people with this Six of Pentacles in the reverse, they're not codependent on each other, because there's no give and take with this in the reverse. So it might be that this relationship, the strengths are that it seems that on the surface, neither one of you is dependent on the other for whatever reason. But the weakness is that somebody's not being honest here, and it might be you, Aries. It might be that the weakness is there's a very weak structure with this Emperor energy, and if this is your energy, then this is about you not being able to put your foot down and allowing this person, because the Emperor in the reverse means that you make the nutters run the asylum. So instead of putting your foot down and saying, this is how things are done, or this is how I want it, or this is how it should be done, or putting down those boundaries, you just allow somebody to treat you like a doormat or walk all over you. And I'm not saying you do that, Aries, but for some of you guys, it might be that you've allowed this person, whoever this person is, to do this. You have no weaknesses, that you've not really been assertive enough in terms of what you want, and that might be why this person sees you as the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Okay, that they may feel that you're not particularly assertive, especially romantic wise with this Knight of Cups. They may see you as not particularly demonstrative enough. They might even see you as lacking some form of interest with that Knight of Cups in the reverse. But that might simply be because with the Star you feel that they're out of reach. So some of you guys might just be responding with this energy here because of what you see. What is the potential for a healthy relationship with this person? Well, the Six of Swords, and that's kind of midway. You see, you get sort of aces through to threes, it's small. You get fours through to sixes, it's midway. So the Six of Swords, this is the card really of moving on. Six of Swords, it's about, we'll get clarification anyway with this energy here. Okay. But the potential for a relationship with this person, a healthy one, is the Six of Swords. And it could be healthy, I think, with the Six of Swords. I think if you guys could get whatever challenges you've got out of the way, you could have a healthy relationship maybe with this individual. What is the overall outcome? So the overall final analysis in this area of your relationship. Well, it's the Two of Wands in the reverse. And the Two of Wands in the reverse is really where you're not on the same page with this individual. You're following two completely different paths. The Two of Wands in the upright does represent do you stay or go, but it also represents having a shared vision and a shared goal. It represents a partnership. But in the reverse, there are things that need to be questioned. So the overall analysis is that things that need to be questioned within this partnership, or for the potential of a partnership with this Two of Wands reversed. Because the Two of Wands reversed is also about having a lack of confidence. And some of you guys, the final analysis might be that there is a lack of confidence going on within this relationship that does, if it is a relationship, if it's somebody that you want to pursue, there's still a lack of confidence here. Perhaps something needs to be addressed. What is the thing what are the obstacles you might find going forward? Well, the Knight of Wands is the obstacle. Somebody who's rushing in. This would be you, Aries, or this could be, if this person is a Sagittarius or the same sign as you, it doesn't have to, it doesn't matter. Because the challenge is, or the obstacles that you could find, the roadblocks that you could find to a healthy relationship, are the Knight of Wands. And this Knight of Wands being an obstacle, it's about rushing in too quickly without kind of thinking. So it might be sex is an obstacle, it might be, you know, the odd bit of sex is an obstacle, but never really getting any more deeper than that into the relationship. Because the Knight of Wands is a character who likes sex. But he likes, as I always say, the Knight of Wands, the old saying is, he likes to depart, but he never likes to arrive. So the obstacles are really, I think, with this Knight of Wands, not building a solid enough foundation in some way, shape or form with this individual. With this Knight of Wands being your obstacle, because it's a quick card. It's a card about hasty decisions. Alright? It might also be for some of you guys, travel is an obstacle. So it might be distance is an obstacle in the future for you guys with this Knight of Wands energy as well. Especially if this person's dealing with stuff like work and that type of thing. Might be, I'm sorry if the lighting is shining on the cards. The sunshine has come out in my place, which I actually hate. Because it really fucks over the cards. But never mind. It's the way it is. You can see it somewhat, I guess. We're going to get clarifiers on the areas here. Might be a Knight of Wands, might be the person is a Knight of Wands here. We can see that their flaws are they don't like structure and they don't like commitment and they don't like being hemmed in by conventionality. They're not very keen on that. We're going to see why the person we're looking at is the Two of Pentacles reversed. Why is this person the Two of Pentacles reversed for Aries? Why is this person the Two of Pentacles reversed for Aries? Show me. Well, we've got the High Priestess in the reverse. There's a lot of deep shit going on with this person here. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed. That's interesting that we've got those two cards. And they are definitely reversals showing up here. This person's dealing with a lot of stuff, basically, in his life. And it's funny that we've got two people showing up. The High Priestess and the Queen of... And neither of them is you, funnily. One could be a Pisces individual. And one could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But they're queens in the reverse. And also when you get the High Priestess and a Queen, it might be that there's another person on the agenda. Whenever you get high... And they're in the fucking reverse, which is really weird. Because either way, when you get the High Priestess in the reverse, it usually means confusion. Sometimes this is negative thinking here. Alright? I think that this person in your life or around you is overly burdened from what I can see with this Two of Pentacles in the reverse. They're overly burdened with that Two of Pentacles. And it's around the High Priestess in the reverse. I think that they might be very confused with this High Priestess in the reverse. And I think it's over someone that... And I don't think it's you. I think for some of you guys it might be over another individual. But she's showing it, he or she is showing in the reverse. So this is somebody that this person, whoever is in your life around you, possibly doesn't trust. Alright, if this Queen of Pentacles is your Aries, is your energy Aries, and you're involved with someone, it might be this person's highly confused. And also when you get the High Priestess in the reverse, somebody's got some very deep shit that they're holding back or they're holding on to, and they're finding it very difficult to resolve this energy of the High Priestess in the reverse. And this is around a Queen of Pentacles reverse. So this is someone that I feel this person, it's either they're going through a major burden with you, and you might be showing us the Queen of Pentacles. This is a very shallow, I'm not saying that you are Aries, but the Queen of Pentacles is often a very shallow, self-conceited individual who's not willing to share, whose only focuses on her, or him or her. It's effectively a narcissist in the reverse, is the Queen of Pentacles. Right, she's got no interest in nurturing anything outside of herself. And it might be that the person that we're looking at, your partner or the person you're interested in, is either very confused and they've got some really strong... It's not even an intuition thing, because the High Priestess in the reverse means that you don't pay enough attention to your intuition, Aries. So there's some form of confusing situation going on. That might also be very burdened by a depressed individual. And I don't know whether this is you guys or someone else, because the High Priestess in the reverse shows somebody who suffers from intense depression, and this Queen of Pentacles is very much a narcissist. So it might be this person's overly burdened by somebody who's suffering from bouts of maybe some form of depressive disorder or something with the both cards. Or it could be that the High Priestess is telling this person is that you're dealing with is highly kind of emotional at the moment, because the High Priestess is ruled by water. So it could be that they're highly emotional. They're feeling overwhelmed maybe with this High Priestess. Upright, she's very cool, calm and collected. In the reverse, this person is ruled by her emotions more than anything. So it could be this person feeling overwhelmed. It could be that they're actually feeling ruled by their emotions concerning someone. The Queen of Pentacles, it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or it could be an element of you, Aries. Someone who they see as being very kind of difficult and unreachable, maybe on an emotional level here. Their attributes are the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So why is this person's attributes the Ten of Wands in the reverse? Show me in two cards. Well, because Ace of Pentacles and the Tower. So I think it's a commitment or a job they've let go of, because you've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is money or a new job, or this is a commitment card, but the Tower card means an ending. So a commitment has ended to something here. And I think that this is why their attributes are that they've decided to release something here. Their positive attributes are they're very good at releasing stuff, or they've released something. And that's because the clarifiers are that some form of commitment they were in, whether this is job, relationship, is over, it's ended. And their attributes are finally they're able to breathe again. And they've let go of something because something is over here with this Ace of Pentacles and the Tower energy. they see you as the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and that might tie in with this Queen of Pentacles if this is around your energy, all right? Why do they see Aries as the Knight of Cups reverse? Why does this person see Aries? Why does this person see Aries as the Knight of Cups in the reverse in 2 cards? Show me. Because the Hanged Man. Well, they've been holding on. They've been waiting for the Lovers. They see you as not being responsive enough, Aries. So this person sees you as not being responsive to love because you're the Knight of Cups. They see you as the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Their inner thoughts about you are as the Knight of Cups in the reverse. You're not very responsive. So this person's actually waiting for you, Aries. The Hanged Man is a waiting card. And the Lovers is, they're either waiting for you to make a choice, or they're waiting for you to tell them, you know, that you want to be in a relationship. They're waiting for love from you, or they're waiting for you to make some form of a choice here. But that's why they see you as the Knight of Cups reverse, because you're not being very receptive to them, because they are waiting for you to make some form of a choice here. Okay? It also might be that they don't see you as receptive, because maybe you put on hold this relationship, because the Hanged Man means to put something on hold, and this is a relationship as well. Why is it that Aries sees this person as the Star? Why is it that Aries sees this person as the Star? Show me. Right, because of the Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups, sorry, and the Knight of Wands. Okay. I think that you see them as the Star. You see them as out of reach, because and we're asking why you see them out of reach here. And I think that you don't want a fast relationship. We've got the Knight of Wands here showing up. All right, I mean, if you look at the person, their flaws are the Three of Swords reversed. All right, so they don't feel, their flaws are they're not very emotionally attached to anything. And the Three of Swords really is about to be emotionally attached. You know, when you're in the Three of Swords mode, Aries, you feel hurt and you feel pain, you feel angst. But this person here is able just to kind of like, oh, whatever, Three of Swords reversed. And it's because of the Fool. They're not inclined. They don't care. The Fool is turning its back on the Hierophant. So this Fool is kind of like, see you later. It's like, nah, I'm not interested in church. I'm not interested in wedding. I'm not interested in commitment. I'm not interested. I'm a free bitch. Basically, this Fool is. He's like, I like my freedom, I like the wind blowing through my hair, I like the open road. Haven't got time for this shit. See, wherever that Fool puts his hand, it's like, bye-bye. Can you see that? He's got his hand, it's like, you know, speak to the back, because the hand, is it that? Jeez, I'm not American, sorry guys. For all my American viewers, please don't think I'm trying to do Americanisms. I'm not, I'm just a simple girl from England, Birmingham, okay? It's just that your Americanisms are absolutely amazing. I love them. But it's almost like, you know, speak to the hand because the face ain't listening type of thing. Can you see how the Fool turns it? And I always explain like that. I always look where the card's face. If this person was venturing into, you know, they'd wanting to be, because this is a novice. So they want to experience the newness of what a commitment or what religion feels like or a new ideology feels like. But this person turns its back on it and says, you know what, actually, I'm not really interested in that anymore and I'm going to try something else. It's almost like once you were a Catholic with the Hierophant. Now I think I'll choose Buddhism now. You know, I'm not really interested in it. So this person's not really interested in being held back by any type of conventionality. And that might be why you see them as out of reach here. All right? Because of the Four of Cups. And this is a card that says that there is boredom here. But I think that you see them out of reach. Your inner thoughts about them is that they're out of reach. All right? It could be because they don't want love. What they want is just a fast ride with the Knight of Wands. So we're not going to read it as they don't want the Knight of Wands. All right? I would say that this person doesn't want love. What they want is a fast ride. It might be they don't want love. They want one night stand here. And that's why their flaws are that they've got no emotional affiliation or attachment to anything here. All right, this person finds it very easy to release. Their attributes are they are not holding on to any shit that burdens them with that Ten of Wands, because a commitment is over in some sort of type of situation. In this situation, a commitment with you for some reason is over with that Tower card. It's broken up, didn't last. And this person right now is feeling very much overly burdened, because it might be that they're feeling a lack of clarity, or very, very confused, if this is your energy, as to why you've gone inward. Because the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who doesn't want to share. I don't think it's narcissistic now. I think this might be your energy here. you know, where they're kind of a little bit confused around you, Aries, because you don't want to nurture this relationship with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse anymore. You're really not interested in nurturing anything because you realise that this person doesn't want conventional relationships for some of you guys. What this person wants is to mess about with that Knight of Wands. They're out of reach. You see them as being out of reach because they don't want love, they want sex with that Knight of Wands energy. And they see you as not being very responsive to that because what you're waiting for with the Hanged Man is love. And this person doesn't want love with the Four of Cups. They want sex with the Knight of Wands. Can you see how that works? You know, the strength in your relationship, or whatever this is with you guys, Aries, is the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, which in a way is good. Why is it the Six of Pentacles in the reverse for the strength in whatever this relationship is with Aries and this other person? Show me. Well, because of the Two of Swords reverse, which often means stagnation of mind, there's an unwillingness to think about the situation. It's about suppressing a deep thought here. There's suppression here and the need to kind of keep things. I think the strengths are that you keep things private, because the Four of Pentacles represents privacy. When somebody's covering up, all right, they put on all the shield and all the defensiveness. But I think that you guys, the strengths are that you do this, that you don't invest with that Six of Pentacles in the reverse. The strengths are that you are both not investing too much, especially you Aries. The strengths are not to invest here because of the Two of Swords in the reverse, where you are suppressing your emotions to a very, very deep degree with that Two of Swords in the reverse. Because of the Four of Pentacles, you guys you've gone into defense mechanism mode here. So I think that you're suppressing your emotions very deeply with the Two of Swords, and you've gone into defense mechanism with the Four of Pentacles. And that's why it's a strength, because you don't get yourself hurt if you do it that way. This person doesn't want love, they want sex. They see you as unresponsive, non-receptive to this thing, because what you're waiting for is love. And what they want is sex, and that's why you see this person as a star. Sexually driven with the star, yeah, but also very much out of reach. The weakness is the Emperor in the reverse. Why is there weakness in this relationship, the Emperor in the reverse? In 2 cards, please. The World in the reverse and the Knight of Cups. Okay, so the World in the reverse is, you know, I think that this Emperor is, the weakness is that this lacks a great deal of structure. A great deal of structure and any kind of solid foundation with that Emperor energy in the reverse. Because this Knight of Cups, this World card means that there is still no conclusion to a matter. There's no conclusion in which this person, I feel, with this Knight of Cups, and we might be looking at, and now it's in the upright. So there's no conclusion to this matter in which this person can still come forward and offer you shit. So I think this is you, Aries. You haven't closed this shit down. The weakness is you. You here are not being receptive to whoever this individual is, Aries, because you're waiting for love. And you're seeing this person, they're seeing you as non-receptive because you're waiting for love. And that's because you're seeing them as out of reach, because they don't want love, they want sex. But the problem is, the weakness is that even though here the strength is that you're not investing in the relationship with this Six of Pentacles reversed, because you're very much gone into self-protection mode, you're suppressing your feelings really down deep with that Two of Swords in the reverse, and you've gone into protection mode with that Four of Pentacles, Aries. The problem is that in the weakness, you ain't really doing that. You're still leaving something open for this individual, because the Emperor in the reverse says we let the lunatics rule the asylum. So we don't put our foot down as the Emperor in the reverse, and it's your sign. Aries is the Emperor. So you're not really putting your foot down here. You say you are, but you're doing it so you protect yourself. But if this person, for some of you guys, were to click their fingers, you go running back, because your weakness is yourself, the Emperor. Putting those firm boundaries down and saying, actually, yeah, you see me as the Knight of Cups and I'm not being receptive because I'm waiting for love. And I'm seeing you as far away because you're not interested in love. What you want is sex. And therefore, you know, I'm going to act all the ish, I'm going to act all strong, and I'm going to say I'm not really investing in this. But that's really because you're really trying to protect yourself from getting hurt. And therefore the weakness is that you are still really, on a deeper level, you're still open to this. You're still willing. You're the Emperor in the reverse. You've not really put up those boundaries because you're leaving things open for this person to come in. and do whatever they want to do and say whatever they want to do with, say, with that Knight of Cups in the upright. You're still open to offers because the World card is open and this is an offer. So you guys are still open to an offer here. That's the problem. That's the weakness. You don't say what you mean. And you don't mean what you say, Aries. You say one thing and you demonstrate here something here. But this person's onto you. They think that you are the Knight of Cups. You're not receptive. But they think that because they know that you're waiting. You know. You think that they are far away from you with the Star card because they don't want love. They just want sex. The Strength is you say, oh, well, I'm not really that invested. But really it's because you are suppressing how you feel and you're protecting your boundaries. But really you're protecting yourself from getting hurt. Your weakness, though, is that you don't say what you mean. Because you are the Emperor in the reverse, Aries. You're still open to something here. You haven't really put those boundaries up. And therefore, you're still open. World card means open in the reverse to an offer with that Knight of Cups. What is the potential for a healthy relationship in 2 cards? 6 of Swords. What do you mean by the 6 of Swords? The Page of Pentacles shows potential. Oh my God, you've got the 6 of Swords here. There is potential for change because the 6 of Swords means change and the Page of Pentacles means potential. So there is still, I feel, potential for change happening here with this area. So the potential for a healthy relationship, well, it's simply saying there's potential for some form of change. And it's saying the potential for happiness and a healthy relationship is the 6 of Swords. If you change the way you felt, if you both change your thinking, because this is a change of mind. And there's potential for change here. We quickly look at the outcome final analysis. Why is the 2 of Wands the final analysis in 2 cards? Please show me. Because of the 5 of Cups. Yeah, I mean, the final analysis is that you guys are on 2 completely separate journeys, separate pages with that 2 of Wands in the reverse. And that's because loss could lead to heartbreak with the 3 of Swords. Okay, so, you know, disappointment could lead to severance for some of you guys with that 3 of Swords. And finally, why is the potential, why is the Knight of Wands the potential roadblock in this relationship? Show me 2 cards. Because the 10 of Cups in the reverse, and this is a lack of fulfillment, okay, with the King of Wands. And the King of Wands, again, is somebody who rides with his passions. This is a lack of emotional fulfillment with a highly sexed, I feel, individual, that King of Wands. Okay, this is a lack of, you'll have a lack of emotional fulfillment with a person of this type. Somebody who's into the excitement and, you know, ferociousness of a sexually driven relationship. And you can see the roadblock is sex. It's one night stands. It's, you know, it's sex on tap with that Knight of Wands energy. That's your block. We'll quickly get this reading again. This person here is the 2 of Pentacles. They're under some form of intense strain with that 2 of Pentacles reverse. I think with this High Priestess that this is to do with you guys. I think that they're very, very, they're under strain because it might be you with the High Priestess. You're holding back, you're feeling some deep shit in terms of this Queen of Pentacles energy. You know, you're feeling very deep, and I think this deep, some of you guys might be going through a little bit of a depression here with the High Priestess in the reverse because you can't share. You don't feel that you can share, and they are feeling burdened by this, by your behaviour perhaps, as that High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. That it might be just you here. You're exhibiting the High Priestess in the reverse. Some really pent-up energies, really strong energies here. You're full of water and emotion, possibly with the Queen of Pentacles, the need to hold back, the need not to focus on nurturing the relationship. They might also be very confused and very worried with the High Priestess in the reverse on how you've kind of drawn back a little bit in terms of this relationship. Because this person, their attributes are, they're very good at getting rid of problems. And that's clarified by that a commitment possibly just didn't happen in this relationship. They, in terms of their flaws, well, they're not particularly emotionally driven. They don't form attachments very well, I think, with this 3 of Swords reverse, because they're not into being in a commitment. They've turned their back on the Hierophant. They don't like anything that's too conventional or anything that holds them back. Weddings, marriages, whatever the fuck it is, this person doesn't want it. They see you as the Knight of Cups in the reverse. You're not very receptive to them because you're waiting for love. You're waiting for some form of commitment, soulmate connection with this individual. You see them as the star, out of reach, because they don't want love, they want sex with that Knight of Wands. The strengths in your relationship are the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. You're not particularly invested, but you're only saying that because you're trying to protect yourself, protect your emotions by putting up your defences with the Four of Pentacles, Aries. The weakness is, though, you don't say what you follow. You don't follow through on what you say because you're the Emperor in the reverse, okay? So you're likely to let this person do what they want because you're still open to some form of a lovely offer, even though you can see that this person's not responsive to having, you know, a proper relationship with you. And therefore, the most likely outcome in terms of the potential for a healthy relationship with this person, Aries, is, well, yeah, it could happen with the Six of Swords. That's if there was a change in direction. That's if you could change or get rid of any... Because I think that for the both of you, or even for the one person, it might be an air sign or an earth sign individual. I think the problem is this person would need to change direction in terms of their thinking. So it's a number 6. And the number 6 says, well, could be. There could be potential. And it's clarified by the Page of Pentacles. And Page of Pentacles is about looking into the details. But being responsible as well. Okay, and you've got this Six of Swords here. So for me, there is potential, because this is a potential. This is about prospects. Okay, and the clarifier is saying that there could be a prospective change coming in. So what is the potential for a healthy relation? Well, there's potential here, I think, with these cards. The problem is the overall analysis is showing the Two of Wands in the reverse, and that shows a real gap in a partnership between two people and things that need to be discussed and rectified. So the overall analysis is really, for me, this Two of Wands in the reverse. There's a real gap in this partnership. There's a real gap in terms of the direction both you and this individual are on, and it's being clarified by disappointment could potentially end in the Three of Swords, severance of the relationship. So that's the overall analysis. And the roadblocks, finally, in terms of something that is blocking you with this individual, Aries, is the Knight of Wands. It's sex. There's no, with this Knight of Wands, it's not earth energy. It's not even cup energy. For me, this is saying that this relationship is based on fire, and it's based on passion, and it's based on sex for some of you guys, and that's what the block is. I think some of you guys are looking for something more grounded, and somebody else is looking for something more just fun. And that's what the Knight of Wands is. And it's being clarified by unhappiness or a lack of emotional fulfillment with a fire sign individual. Somebody who just wants the fun, and they want the sex, and they want the excitement. But this person's not grounded enough to have a proper relationship with some of you guys. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing for your love reading. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's your love reading. I know they're quite intense, and it won't resonate certainly with everyone. But that's what I'm seeing for your, you know, how does he, she feel about you? Okay, and I will speak to you guys again mid-October. You can also get these readings on the website if you want to order one. So I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.